Hi guys.
We landed in Stansted a couple of hours ago, and we rented a car, and now we are heading towards Oxford to stay 2 nights there. The flight was pretty good.
No, you forgot that there was Ryanair doesn't have the usual size of cabin bag. Our journey began from the fact that we had to switch all of the luggage.
Basically, I was in the check-in counter, and then I realized that I have brought 2 big hand luggage with me, and we had a last-minute decision to get rid of the hand luggage and switch it to a
run
bigger,
to the parking lot.
Yeah, switch it to a bigger handbag. But luckily, we had enough time to do it because we woke up early.
Yeah, really early.
And then we landed in Stansted, and we went to a fancy Sixt car rental place to get our car, and then a long negotiation started.
Yep. Shout out to Matthew, the #1 salesperson probably in Sixt.
Yeah, basically we were so good with the smallest car, but he wanted to upgrade our car to which we are currently in actually, and to get us all the insurance he could, whilst giving us a bit of discount, and which we didn't want to take. But we ended up meeting him halfway.
Yeah, shout out to Sixt sales training, I guess, because I was literally sweating in the middle of negotiations. So
yeah, because we didn't want to say that we don't want any insurance. So people pleasers as we are, and bad at negotiations, we took the lowest insurance. But we had an upgrade for the car.
Vauxhall Brandland, I think. Driving on the wrong side of the road is really freaky, actually. But I mean,
you have to drive on the other side of the road. But we're just following other cars.
see you in Oxford.
Yeah, we have 9 days ahead of us in England, so a lot of time to get around.
Maybe you want to explain the difference between UK, England and the Great Britain.
We are in South England. Scotland, England and Wales is Great Britain. It's like one piece of land. And UK is Great Britain plus Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland is part of United Kingdom, because Great Britain includes only Scotland, England and Wales.
Okay.
Let's continue to our first Airbnb. The drive from London Stansted Airport to Oxford took us a bit less than 2 hours in this Friday evening traffic. Our accommodation was near Oxford in this little quiet area. We had an apartment with an ensuite bathroom and a little kitchen area downstairs, which was really convenient. It had everything we needed for a 2-night stay. So after we had checked into our apartment, we went to Oxford City Centre. First we walked through this open-air mall, which was really cool, and the weather was just so beautiful. It was so nice to see happy students everywhere, young people. We walked past many antique shops and saw a lot of unique sights that you might have spotted in different movies. So Oxford really has a lot to offer, and everything is basically within a walking distance, so it's really easy to get around. And we ended the night in a local pub, ordered a burger, chips, chicken wings and some drinks. The next morning we woke up pretty early and it was so nice, calm and quiet outside, and watched the sunrise. Good morning from Ife. We stayed tonight near Oxford because it was pretty hard to find a accommodation in Oxford for a reasonable price. And this village here is actually, I guess, like 45 minutes walking from the Oxford city center. And even though we were recommended to go to Oxford by bus, yesterday we went by car and it was actually pretty okay as well. It's just that you might find it hard to find a parking place on the street, but there are actually many parking lots as well. We woke up pretty early today and saw basically the sunrise, because luckily here the time is 2 hours behind to what we have in Estonia. So we wake up here around 6 a.m., which actually at home would have been 8 a.m. and just laid in bed, watched the sunrise, and now Rio went to his first morning run in England. And when he gets back, we will do some grocery shopping for breakfast. There is a Sainsbury near here, so we will probably go there. Yesterday we just strolled around the city to get the first feeling. Well, it is my first time here, but his second time. And it's such a different city to what I have been to before, because you only see a few newer buildings and it's just something else. I just realized I haven't yet introduced our destinations for the road trip. So we're starting off from Oxford and we're staying 2 nights in all of the locations except for the last one where we'll stay only 1 night. From Oxford we are moving on to the Cotswolds to see the natural beauty. Saw the really old cottages, the manors, eat local food, see the farms and so on. And from Cotswolds we are moving on to Bath. After Bath we are going to Brighton, which should be a more youthful and seaside city. Then after Brighton we are going for 1 night to Hastings. And it was a really random choice. I was just looking at the map and see where we could spend the last night in, because I didn't want to book 3 nights in Brighton. And then I found this little seaside village called Hastings, and that's where we will spend our last night in England. This time we took the bus to the city center and I realized that it was my first time in a double-decker. So that was exciting to be able to tick that off my to-do list. And considering it was Saturday, the traffic was pretty intense. We first stopped at this little shop that had so many different things regarding seasons, different old books, notebooks, decorations, games, and the shop was called Scriptum. Then we went to the Oxford Covered Market, where you can find around 60 different shops regarding crafts, foods and drinks. Then we made our first pub stop of the day in the King's Arms, Oxford, and fun fact is that they actually shot some scenes of the Saltburn here. After that we headed to the Museum of Natural History, and it had free access, which was pretty amazing because considering how many things you can see in the museum and how big it was really spectacular. The museum was actually recently renovated in between 2023 and 2024. And the building also contains a lecture theatre which is used by the university's chemistry, zoology and mathematics departments, but the public access is only to the museum. I think in total we spent there around 45 minutes because we had other things to see and visit, but if you want you can spend hours there, no doubt at all. And very conveniently they had a little coffee shop in front of the museum, so we sipped on some coffee and rested a bit. Then we walked around and saw something that's really common, and it's punting. It means boating in a punt, which is a long boat with a flat bottom, and the punter pushes a pole against the riverbed, and this gives the punt a way to move. The next morning we woke up early again and wanted to explore some footpaths a bit further away from our Airbnb, and the spot was so amazing. It was such a lovely sunny morning, a bit cold, but your body warmed up when moving, and we enjoyed it so much. Good morning everyone. It is our second morning in Oxford. It's the last morning because in a couple of hours we will leave Oxford and head to Cotswolds. But it's so nice outside and I feel like I'm living my dream, my English dream, because I have dreamed of those morning countryside walks for so long, and it's exactly as I imagined, but even better. Just look at this. It's so nice. Yesterday we were out and about in Oxford. We didn't have many plans, but our friend gave us a really good itinerary to follow. And even though we thought that we would take the day slow, we ended up just walking around so much, but it was so much fun. I feel like in Oxford you can experience so much in a day because there's just beauty in every step. So we felt like spending a day and a half in Oxford was quite enough. And since there were Oxford University open days during the weekend, we were able to go inside many of the institutes and many of the gardens, so we were lucky to experience that as well. And yeah, really enjoyed our time here. I really like the people who are here as well. I feel like we are all here valuing the same things in life, valuing the history of Oxford, the education, bettering yourself. So I felt really safe here, and the people are so friendly. It is so nice to see. Now we're finishing off our morning in Oxford and then go to the Cotswolds. So see you in the next video.